What it do? What it do? What is good with all of you? Oh man, Nemo, I don't know why your name hasn't been changed in the Discord. I gotta fix your name. Manage Nemo. Alright. Cause yeah, when they just punch up with a bunch of numbers, it's hard for me to figure it out. I don't know. The profile picture could or could not be a cat, I guess. Alright, there we go. Now I should update your name to Nemo. Should update your name to Nemo. What up, Branch? What it do? What it do? Alright, we gonna go ahead and pop into these the NFL big draft board that we were talking about yesterday. I'm also gonna try to look up a mock draft that's for come on, what's the word I'm looking for a video context. You feel disrespected? Sorry, Nemo. Man, I don't stay in the Discord like on a regular basis. I pop in and pop out. And so I just hadn't remembered that name. I don't think I've even talked to you in the Discord yet, Nemo. I think I think I know that you got in there and you told me that you got in there, but I don't think that other than like maybe waving hi to you, I don't think we've actually talked in there. So I didn't pay attention to what the name was when I waved hi. You just told me you got in there. I went in there, face value, bam, wave right back at it. But alright, so yeah, it does have this. This isn't the link I was looking for. Alright, so there's the one I was on. Times, no. NFL, Bucky's top 5, no. Alright, best remaining players. Top 10 players. That's not what I'm looking for. We don't want top 10 players. We did a video the other day on what Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft had everybody's players going at. What up, Landon? What it do? What it do? I appreciate you, Landon. Appreciate you, as always, brother. Ah, man, I know, Nima. I know. But we good now. We got you we got your name titled in there. So here we go with the glaze of who? The glaze of who? We talking about college draft picks. You fool, brother. We'll let it build. Let the chat build up a little bit. See if we can't get a few people in here. I'm gonna go ahead and share this real quick. So bear with me for just a second. I get this shared to my snap. What up, Cartage? Lee. Everybody here is. What up, Ricardo? What up? What up? What up? What's good with you? What's good with you? All right, so 2025. 2025. We'll do top 100. That's the list that I was on yesterday. All right, man. Lando, you have a good night, brother. What up, Daniel Perry? What it do? What it do? All right, so we had a go grades the combine. Trying to see the link that I had clicked. Draft Network, Draft Tech, New York Times. None of those are what I'm looking for. NFL top 10. I want the whole list and nothing but the list. Top 100 NFL 2025 draft prospects. I should pull it up. I should pull up the link. I gotta pull up history. Go search the history. Open history. What up, Alyssa? What it do? What it do? Oh, what up, Lions? What's good? What's good? We getting the the thing pulled up here right now. We're gonna be talking about the top 100 draft picks and what order the NFL has them in. Just trying to pull it back up right here. There's Jeremiah. See if that'll pull it up. Who dey? What up, art kids? What it do? What it do? Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure as you guys come through, y'all please tap that like button too. Let the algorithm know that we are over here and we're about to have a good night. And we're about to have a good night, man. That last Real Raw show, the Real Raw Sports Show, that actually didn't have a bad turnout. I think we almost hit 1,000 people in there. That was pretty good for the Real Raw sports show. We haven't gotten that high with it yet. We've gotten that on football games. We were averaging 35, 45, 10,000 in football games, but I only have a middle finger button. I'm at 105 subscribers. Yo, that's dope, Art Kid, man. Keep up the good work, brother. Keep up that good work. Hello, go lay down, boy. I gotta put you in your house. You be doing dumb stuff when I'm not paying attention. You gotta make me do that to you. All you have to do is go lay down and chill out. You gotta get yourself into everything, puppy dog. Alright. Top 50. I'm getting close. I guess we'll go ahead and click this top 50 list at least. Oh, here. I'm out. What up, Messi? What up, what up, what up? All of our kids' subscribers are either. Damn. Damn. Why you out? Why you out, brother? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. All right. So I'm gonna go through this list here a little bit. Based off the NFL's ranking here, they got this is obviously a Daniel Jeremiah. His top 50 list here starts off with number 1 being Witten. Dude, starts off with Abdul Carter, Penn State edge rusher. Says Carter is an electric edge rusher. He has an average height and bulk, but he has elite burst, and his ability to flatten at the top of his rush is special. He gets a lot of early wins because of that speed, and he also has a nifty swipe rip move. If tackles offset or overset, he senses it early and crosses their face with an immediate pressure sack. He also has natural ability to retrace underneath when quarterback climbs into the pocket to avoid him. He can press out the controlled tight ends at the point of attack. He's a blur when chasing plays down on the backside. Overall, Carter can take over and completely wreck an offensive game plan. He demands attention on every snap and is going to free up someone else around him every time. Man, that's pretty factual. Sounds like they talking about Micah Parsons, but it would make sense when they call him the mini Micah Parsons, seeing as he's been following in Micah's steps. He got Penn State, number 11. Him and Micah are good friends. Obviously, Cowboys will go nowhere near this pick because he'll be gone way before. But yeah, so what do y'all think about Dual Carter being number 1? Y'all think that's right? And Witten, you only got 10 minutes. And you got to remember it's Sunday night, so you got school in the morning. Addie, 10 minutes. Abdul Carter drops outside top 10. Those teams are done. Yeah, facts, brother. Facts. Losing your ass. I'll talk about hockey. Oh, wow, losing. Y'all going in on him about hockey. Oh, my goodness. No, the Titans do have number one, Noah. Messi. They definitely have the number one pick. They have yesterday, I think they had the Titans taken, it was either Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter. They had them going. Number one. I'd have to go back and look and see what it was. Hey, man. Hockey was a dream of mine. I used to dream of winning that Stanley Cup. That was the only Stanley Cup that mattered. Now they got these little things out here that everybody has a Stanley Cup. But all right, we gonna move on. I'm sure everybody can suspect with Abdul Carter being the number one ranked player. Who do y'all think number two is gonna be? I said, watch that play. No, you good. Who do y'all think number two is gonna be? I bet I only got to give you one guess. I bet I only got to give you one guess. Exactly. Travis Hunter says Hunter is a lean, athletic playmaker who starred on both sides of the ball for the Buffaloes, winning the Heisman Trophy in 2024. He has now narrow frame and is very smooth flowing athlete. No, on offense, he is a creative with in his release to escape press. As a receiver, he is consistently changing gears to keep cornerbacks off balance, and he never wastes a step at the top of his routes. He drops his weight and explodes out the break. He has elite body control and hands. He can pluck the ball well outside his frame with grace and ease after the catch. He is silky, smooth, and elusive. He does not have elite top speed, but he's fast enough to not get caught. On defense, he was much improved in 2024. He didn't take as many unnecessary risks at cornerback, relying more on discipline and technique to stay in position. He can locate the ball and pick it off 7 times over the past 2 seasons. My only concern is the question of how long will he be able to physically hold up if he continues to play both sides of the ball full time at the professional level. I'd prefer he prioritize offense and moonlight on defense. See, I think that's off. What up, Marty? I think that's actually off. I think most NFL teams are looking at Travis Hunter as a defensive cornerback that can then also go play um they can also go play on offense. I think most teams, everything that I've heard, everybody's scouting him more as a cornerback. So Daniel Jeremiah has him talked about more on offense and moonlighting on defense. But I think it's going to be the other way around. That's just my opinion, though. But I think he's a cornerback first. And I don't think he'll get to play full time in the NFL, both positions. I don't think any team is dumb enough to force a player to play full time, both positions, no matter how much they want it, because the endurance, you have to have twice the endurance of your average NFL player. Like, now to go play a play on offense once in a while, that's different. You can do that, but to play both, that you're never coming off the field. So you would be wore out by halftime. Halftime would be like your initial full game time because you're playing two positions. It's crazy. So I don't think that they're gonna they're gonna burn him out if they let him play. So to not burn him out, I think they're gonna keep him on defense and allow him to do some specialty stuff on offense. Yes, sir, Carnage. Should do a stream of playing Madden. I don't play Madden much though, brother. I don't do a whole lot of video games. But what's up, friend? How are you today? I'm blessed, Pixar. How are you? Hopefully you're all right, Nico. What up, Sarah? What it do? What it do? Make sure everybody's tapping that like button as they come through. See, and then this is why I think the Cowboys would be kind of dumb if they didn't take Genty. Literally, my opinion, we either get Genty at 12 or we trade it up for someone else. And the only people I would trade up for would be Travis Hunter, Mason Graham, or Abdul Carter. After that, I'm not trading up for nobody else. And if we miss on Genty on the 12, I may drop back and trade back. But I wouldn't trade back any further than like the 20th pick. I would really stay more comfortable at like the 17th pick, but 20 would be like my max, and it'd have to be a good offer. I would say it doesn't matter what Travis Hunter is better at. It matters what team's exactly, no, exactly, Messi. And I'm about positive that they're going to prioritize him at defense. That's what I'm getting from everybody. All the talks that I'm hearing coming out of everybody, and all the tweets that I'm seeing on Twitter or X. But all right, since we know Genty is the ranked number 3 player in the NFL draft this year out of Boise State, obviously, running back. He was a junior. Says Genty is a fun player to study. He is a short, compact runner with incredible strength, balance, and burst. He plays or displays outstanding vision, tempo, and feel. On inside runs, the Boise State product has a unique ability to absorb and bounce off of tacklers. He has quick feet and never stops driving on contact, leading to some miraculous escapes and home runs. He is rarely, if ever, tackled when presented with one-on-one situations at the second level, exhibiting the capacity to run through defenses, uh, make them miss, or just burst by them. He isn't polished as a route runner, but he has a reliable set of hands and can create in space after each catch. He can identify, absorb, and wall off. In pass pro, he needs to improve his ball security, having fumbled 9 times over the past 2 seasons. Overall, Genty might lack ideal size, but he is a mixture of Dalvin Cook and J.K. Dobbins as a runner. I think that he'll actually be better than both of those two. But that's my opinion. And with that fumbling issue, man, you just give that guy the ball and make him carry it everywhere. Tell him you don't put this ball down. You do not put this ball down everywhere you go, unless you're going to bed or going to piss. And I really don't care if you're going to bed. Take it with you. Unless you're going to piss, you hold on to that damn ball. You make him hold on to it everywhere he goes in the stadium or in the facility. Yeah, he ain't gonna drop that thing. What up, Pat, in the chat? What it do? What it do? Hey, Pat. Real quick, Pat. Is Nemo still in here? Is Nemo still in here? I'm calling out Nemo. Pillow pet foot mommy. Double tap that screen. Yes. Exactly. Don't be mean. Double tap that screen. So that is the number 3 ranked player by Daniel Jeremiah in the overall draft. Number 4, I like number 4 too. But no, yeah, Nemo was talking. Nemo likes to think that I'm a big Dak Prescott fan that only glazes Dak Prescott. I was like, Nemo, you haven't been here for the games where Dak has actually played. Like, you came in after Dak got hurt. You didn't see how much I yell at Dak. I yell at everybody on the field. No, yeah, I don't think he's in here right now. I think he dipped out. If my nephew gets drafted by the Cowboys, I will unfortunately have to be a Cowboy fan. Who is your nephew, Philly? West Philly? Who's your nephew? I know, bro. Like, they're like, all he does, Nemo's like, all he does is glaze. Man, you better cut that out. You wait until next season and you watch me cussing that boy out. And you won't think I'm glazing him no more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, Pat's always been here. So Pat, it was Pat in the chat and me most of the season up until about the Detroit game. And then we started gaining a nice community, and I appreciate all of you, and I hope everybody taps that like and that subscribe button, because man, we do this all the time. And wait until football season. The tailgates that we do on here are fun. We talk shit. We have a good time. At the end of the day, we respect each other, and we don't have to like each other, but we respect each other. But we can talk shit and have a good time. I'd take Cooper Cup. I'd rather have Devontae Adams, but I would take Cooper Cup for sure. What up, Kyle Rich? What it do? What it do, brother? All right. So we are gonna move on to my lucky number, the number 4 ranked player by Daniel Jeremiah. That is Mason Graham, D team out of Michigan. He's a junior as well. Hoping Dak Prescott throws at least. He doesn't have many seasons where he has a lot of interceptions. He has some bad games, definitely. But as far as turnover prone, he had 2 bad seasons where he was turnover prone. And I consider last year one of those bad seasons. The other one was where I think he had like 16 picks. But yeah, all right. It says Graham is a powerful defensive tackle with outstanding leverage and instincts. He is one of the most consistent players in the draft class against the run. He has an impressive short area burst to attack blockers. He excels in block destruction. He sacks, finds the ball, chucks blockers to the side, and collects tackles. He has lateral range to make plays down the line. He is always in a leverage position and never gets uprooted. In the pass game, he is violent, club rip move, and powerful bull rush. His effort is outstanding overall. He is easy to identify. Graham, as a former wrestler, he has always had a full tank of gas, and he sets the tone for the entire Michigan defense. I mean, those are high praise. Those are high praise. They got that man over there making him sound like he's uh Aaron Donald or something. They got him sounding like Aaron Donald out there. Send Dak to the Giants. Dak's got a no trade clause, Callie. And we got him for at least 3 more years, whether we like him or love him or hate him, whichever. We got him for at least 3 more years. What up, Nima? What it do? What it do? Pixar Nico, welcome back with you. Yes, sir. Talon, what's good, brother? What's good? Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you come through. We're going to move on to the number 5 player, which actually has me a little bit surprised. I know he's been talked about being like Gronkish, but it's the tight end from Penn State. He is a senior. His name's Tyler Warren. It says Warren is a massive tight end who carried the Penn State offense this past season. He lined up in line, in the slot, and as a wildcat quarterback. His production is a result of his size, catch radius, and tendencies. He doesn't generate a lot of separation as a route runner, but he walls off defenders when on the move. Defenders simply can't get through his body to make the play on the ball. He can track the ball over his shoulder. He can high point the ball when needed. He isn't a nifty option route type of player after the catch. Defenders bounce off of him or go along for a ride as he drags them for a few extra yards. As a wildcat quarterback, he creates space with his power and his leg drive. He's effective in the run game and looks to finish when possible. Overall, he isn't as dynamic as Rob Gronkowski was during his career, but Warren is as a similar player in a lot of ways. Like I said, they were calling him Gronkish. Abusive relationship. Imagine if Trevor Hunter goes to the Giants and they utilize him on both sides. Man, they'll wear him out. Like I said, Messi, they're gonna wear that boy out. His first full game will be played by halftime. That's what they're saying. They're saying Tyler Warren can block. They say defenders simply can't get through his body to make the play on the ball. So he's better than Gronk in that manner because Gronk could do some blocking, but Gronk wasn't known for his blocking. He could block, but they're talking like this guy, he just doesn't, you're not getting through him. He's going to stop you. Having Dak is like having a movie. I got you. I got you. Man, hey, some people love him. Some people hate him. I don't really care for him. I support him because he's a part of my team, and I'm not going to root against my team. Because I look at rooting against. I look at rooting against certain players on my team the same as I look at rooting against my team. So I mean, I'm not against him. I'm going to root for him to do good because if he does bad, then my team is doing bad. So I'm going to root for him to do good and have his best seasons. But I'm going to be very critical of him regardless. I'm going to call his ass out when he does some fluky ass shit, or I'm going to give him praise when he does good shit. But I'm going to call it as I see it as I go. Man, I try not to be. I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan for sure. But, I mean, biased in what manner? Like, I don't have any ties to Dak of any sort. Like, I've never been a Dak apologist, I guess you call it. But I support the players on my team. But that doesn't hold me from calling their ass out. They're going to be held accountable in my mind. Now, whether the coaches hold their ass accountable is another story. What up, birds? What it do? What it do? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what you mean bias. What up, Jeff Lee? What it do, brother? What it do? Am I missing somebody? No. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to move on to number 6. I really like this guy. He's an junior edge rusher out of Georgia. Goes by the name Jalen Walker. I think this guy's got some good tape. I personally think that he's like a loving father. Yeah, in a sense. In a sense. I support him because he's here. Would I trade his ass for Joe Burrow or Josh Allen? Hell yeah. Will the Dallas Cowboys do that? Hell no. Hell no. But that's a different story for another day. What up, McFlurry? Prods, what it do? I take a Oreo. I'll take a Oreo McFlurry. But all right, so it says Jalen Walker is a compact, powerful defender with length and explosiveness. He plays on both sides of the. He played on both on and off the ball in Georgia defensive scheme, but he is at his best when he's on the edge. As a pass rusher, he can win with pure speed. He can win with power. He can be explosive counter moves. He's also a weapon when used to spy on the quarterback. He can mirror the quarterback's movement before closing the space in a hurry. He dominated in the Bulldogs' first meeting against Thanks during Texas in the 2024 season. Yeah, we love you, Jalen Carter or Jalen Walker. But he's a firm edge setter against the run when he's sacked off the ball. He's a touch late to key and diagnose the plays, but he can attack and take on blocks or scrape over the top for tackles. He's outstanding change of direction, quickness, and space. Overall, Walker is a tone setter on the defense for the UGA. Coaches rave about his makeup and leadership. So, I mean, he gets high praise. He definitely gets high praise. What about Cooper Rush? What did I miss? Yo, stay put. 8 weeks straight, I may be chanting Jared God, but I'm always worried about crushing anytime I say his name. What up, Miss Pittsburgh? What it do? The graveyard for quarterbacks. Cooper Rush. Yeah, Cooper Rushes. He can rush his ass to the trash cans. All right, so listen, I'll be fine. First person to tell you Dak is trash. Yeah, Carnage definitely. He does not like Dak at all. I think Dak can have. I think he has good games. I think he does cause problems. I think he does solve some problems. I mean, it's kind of all over the board a little bit with him. But I don't put all the blame his way. I'll give him some of the blame for sure though. But yeah, man, it's just it. We could do better, but he's who we have, and there ain't no one really to go get that's better at this point. I wouldn't take Aaron Rodgers. His old ass needs to retire. Um, who else? I wouldn't take Joe Flacco. His old ass needs to retire. What up, Chris? What it do? What it do? But that just is what it is. There just ain't another quarterback out right now. I mean, could we draft Ewing next year? Man, not Ewing, Manning next year. I mean, maybe. I don't think the Cowboys are gonna tank good enough to get Manning next year, and that's if Manning even goes in the draft next year. I think he still has another eligible year after that, so we don't know how that's gonna go. What up, Chris? Go Cowboys is right. All up to the Jones to bring in the free agents, create the cap space. Yeah, man, they doing the right things right now. With adding the coaches that they've added, Carson Wentz is garbage. My boy yelling at his video game. Witten, it's time to get off the game and take your bedtime medicine. Addison, it's time to take your melatonin. What up, Steve? What it do? What it do? What up, Froggy? Hey, you don't have to like the Cowboys. It's all right, brother. It's all right. There's a lot of people in here that don't like the Cowboys. Man, there's a lot of people that don't like the Cowboys in here. There's a lot of people that do like the Cowboys in here too, but it is what it is. He didn't have to get timed out for that, Steve. He was all right. It's all right. We can let him talk a little bit, Steve. Damn, boy. We want him to stick around, so let him talk a little bit. What up, Bay Area ballers? What it do? What it do? Texas Rangers or Baltimore Orioles? I don't pay attention to baseball, Bay Area. I really don't. We're gonna move on to the 7th ranked draft pick coming out of college this year. He's a junior tight end from Michigan. He goes by the name of Colston Loveland. He was on the board yesterday. It says Loveland is a long, lean tight end with outstanding awareness, quickness, and big playability. He has aligned in line as a wing and as in the slot. He is urgent in his release. He has tremendous feel for option routes and working in space. He can cleanly get in and out of breaks, and he presents a big target to the quarterback. He attacks the ball in the air and is adept at finishing in crowds after the catch. He has a smooth stride and possesses a nasty stiff arm. Bow with him. Nasty stiff arm. He has some wiggle to make defenders miss as well. His lack of bulk impacts his ability to stay connected as a blocker in the run game, though overall Loveland is equipped to make a lot of catches as a starting tight end in his rookie campaign. So, hey, man, they like him over there. They like him. Time to get off the game. I just told you, Witten. First round draft pick, Abdul Carter. Yeah, he's the number 1 ranked player too. They definitely I share both. When they were talking about baseball, pretty sure. Why does that feel terrible? He probably could. I think he's a little short though. I think he's actually shorter than Jordan Lewis, and they consider Jordan Lewis pretty short. But I mean, we need him more on the offense, anyways. I think they just didn't do enough with Turpin, to be honest with you. What up, Dom? What up, everybody? If I missed anybody tuning in, make sure y'all tap that like button for y'all boy. Let everybody know we over here. All right, so that's the scout little paragraph here on Colson Loveland. And then you have the 8th ranked player. He's a junior offensive tackle out of LSU. I'm sure y'all can guess it's Will Campbell. Campbell has ideal height, bulk, and athleticism for his position. In pass pro, he stays square, bends well, and keeps his hands in tight. He will expose his chest at times due to his lack of ideal length, but he's able to recover after giving up some initial ground. He can slide and redirect with ease. He flashes the upper body strength and torque to control defenders. In the run game, he can wash defenders down. He can put down blocks. He stays attached to through the whistle. Sometimes some teams will be more concerned than others with his lack of length, but I don't see it as a major issue. He is just scratching the surface of his potential and should start at tackle for decades, provided he stays healthy. I know he's good. What up, Butler? What up, Butler? What it do? What it do? Walt Butler. What it do, brother? Froggy Doggy. Is that the same Froggy that's been in here? Man, we ain't doing no timeouts. Come on, let people talk. Let people talk. Unless they blatantly breaking rules, ain't no timeouts. Just let people talk. It's all right. It's all right. We all big here. We can take it. Yeah, Pat. I think you and Carnage probably get along great. Honestly, I think you and Carnage get along great. Now, Carnage likes to talk though. Carnage does like to talk his shit. I appreciate that, Froggy. I appreciate it, brother. But yes, I mean, I think y'all get along great. I know y'all ain't been around each other because Pat, you had to deal with some stuff that you had to deal with, and then Carnage came around after that. But now that you back, I think y'all get along great. I call him Carnage the Gatekeeper. Yeah, he found Dory. He found Dory. That's for sure. All right, so we're gonna move on to the 9th ranked player. He's a senior cornerback out of Texas. Jade Barron. Barron is a talented Swiss Army knife. He aligned outside in the slot and in the box as a dime linebacker for the Longhorns. Hook 'em, baby. He made impact plays in every game I studied. He's quicker than the fast athlete with outstanding eyes and conviction. Oh, I scroll down. He at his best He's at his best when he can play off and see through receivers to the quarterback. He reads the QB's drops and anticipates to beat the pass catcher to the ball. He doesn't waste steps. He has outstanding hands. He lacks elite top speed, but he's always in position, and he is excellent at locating, playing the football downfield. He has good timing and feel as a blitzer. He can also adjust from pass to run defense to collect tackles. I like that. Cornerbacks that can tackle, those don't come along very often. His batting average as a tackler in space is very high. Overall, Barron excels at taking the ball away and reminds me of Brian Branch when he's coming out of Alabama. So hey, you get a comp of Brian Branch. That's not a bad comp there. Yeah, there's a. Oh, hold on. I'll drop the Discord link. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. All right. And I'll pin it. I'll pin it here. If you can't, for some reason, if you can't get into the Discord, Micah, chill with your feet, boy. If you can't get in the Discord, put your Discord username in the chat, and then I'll go send you an actual invite. Because I know sometimes it gives some people a hard time, but a lot of people have been able to get right through. Yeah, I'm snitching, bro. The kid is still up. Yeah, my kids are all up. All three of them. My 3-year-old's here shoving his feet into my leg in his little fort. See? We got this little fort over the chair where this little butt head's right here. And we got this fort over that chair where that little butt head, and we got that one over there just chilling on the couch. They all go to bed at 9:30. They had to take their melatonin though at 8:30. I don't know what to go call you. Bro, who do you want the Cowboys to draft at 12? Personal favorite. Realistically, Genty. I was saying Tech McMillan or Luther Burden at first. Because I really want a wide receiver. I think in the first 3 picks need to be wide receiver, running back, and DT. No specific order, but if we can't get Mason Graham or Jalen Carter at the 12th pick, then I don't want a DT in the first round. I'll take a second or third round DT. But I think that if we wait on running back, the level of running backs are going to drop off to where Genty can cover for O-line mistakes. I don't think that a lot of the other running backs are going to be able to cover the O-line having mishaps like Genty, and you'll need a better O-line for those guys. So Genty will help cover up for some O-line mistakes, I feel, and then we can get a receiver in the second round, and DT in the third round, and then so on and so forth. Your dream, son. Only one of Alyssa hands. Statement. Strange Hazel. Just call me Pat. Just know I welcome. Awesome. Yeah. Pat's gonna be there for it. But all right, so we're gonna move on. We've got our first quarterback in the ranking. Number 10 is a senior quarterback out of Miami, the U. His name is Cam Ward. What? What? You want to take it down? Cut. What, are you making a movie? No. Then what are you cutting? You're gonna knock down stuff. All right. I got you. All right, well, chill out. Come on. All right, stop. Or I'm gonna take it down, Micah. If you keep messing, I'm gonna take it down. All right, sorry about that, guys. Damn, y'all going ham up in here. All right, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so what it says here about Cam Ward, man, the first 4 letters are just inappropriate. It says Cam Ward is a thick, compact quarterback with outstanding arm strength and playmaking ability. After spending 2 seasons apiece at Incarnate Word and Washington State, he put up monster numbers at the final spot on his college journey, becoming a Heisman Trophy finalist in Miami. He plays very freewheeling brand of football. He drifts in his drops, throws from a variety of arm angles, and often falls away from the target upon release of the football. He can really power the ball into tight windows, but his aggressive nature can put points on both sides of the scoreboard. He's which means that he can give the defense points too. Which ain't a very good thing. Sounds like Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. He has very quick hands in the RPO game and can navigate around free rushers by dropping his arm angle. He took the free yards with his legs when voids present themselves in Miami's spread attack. Overall, Ward will need to be refined reined in, but he is very gifted thrower of the ball. If he can learn how to better manage the game, he's going to have a very high ceiling. God damn. Y'all going straight at it with each other. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I ain't seen Alyssa get into some shit like this in a... I like Genty too, Chris. What are you doing, Michael? We're not getting can't leave the dryer just running. It doesn't shut off on its own. All right, Mike, you need to get back up in your spot, or I'm taking your little tent down. Y'all got in with the Discord? Yonic, Burrs, Real, Walker. I agree with Chris. I think Genty will be gone. I don't know, man. Some of those mock drafts got Genty falling all the way to the 21 spot. It just depends on what other people are wanting to go with. He very well could be. He very well could be. Disorder. Oh, I thought she said Discord. It says with a disorder. Damn. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are wild, bro. All right, so we're gonna move on to the 11th ranked player, and I really feel like this is an over ranking on this player because to me, this player is definitely not inside my top 30. Yeah, we don't ask for those. Nemo, come on now, we can warn him first. We can warn him first, Nemo. But yeah, you got offsides. That's something that's a little different. That's an earned thing. We don't just give them out. I says senior number 11 ranked player is a senior quarterback out of Colorado. His name is Shador Sanders. I really don't think he should be this high of an evaluation. Um, I really feel like his pocket presence and his pocket awareness is very minimal. I think Shador Sanders get hit that in pocket awareness scares me. Now, when he scrambles and gets out, I think that he's great. He can make magic happen then. But the in pocket awareness is just scary. All right, let's read what they said about him. So Sanders is a slightly undersized quarterback with an outstanding touch, accuracy, and toughness. He operates out of the gun and is crisp in his footwork. When he has time and space in the pocket, he throws from a strong platform showcasing a compact, smooth delivery. He really keeps his left arm tucked close to his body, which aids his ball placement. He relies more on timing and anticipation than pure velocity. He isn't a sudden, twitchy mover when pressured, and that's a part of the reason why he took so many sacks over the past 2 seasons. Still, the main culprit was poor protection. Despite taking some hellacious hits, he hangs in the pocket and doesn't drop his eyes to see the rush. His toughness is unquestionable. Overall, Sanders doesn't have elite size, arm strength, or athleticism, but he can find success in an offense based on timing and ball placement. I think this man's going to get hurt in the NFL. I really think Shador Sanders is going to get himself hurt in the NFL. But hopefully not. Hopefully he has a good career. Hopefully he goes on and has a great career. But I'm not. I'm not a Shador Sanders fan. I would rather have his brother than have him on my team. All right, so we're gonna go to the number 12 ranked player. They got a junior cornerback out of Michigan. He goes by the name of Will Johnson. Says Johnson is a big cornerback with easy, fluid movement skills and excellent instincts. He plays outside and in the slot at Michigan in off coverage. He's very smooth and relaxed. He doesn't panic, settles on routes, and can find plays. The ball. He has an impressive flat-footed read against USC that he turned into a pick six. He has the size, length to press matchup with bigger wideouts. The two issues that showed up in his 2024 game tape were inconsistencies as a support player against the run and questions about his deep speed. He wasn't ultra aggressive to attack ball carriers. He was run over multiple times. They just run his ass over. He can alleviate any concerns about his speed during athletic testing in the spring. Overall, Johnson isn't a perfect player, but I do love his blend of size and ball skills. What up, Easton? What it do? What it do? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Pat, you going in on Nemo? Ah, damn, Nemo. Sorry, brother. Pat's not a Dak fan either. Remember how I told you though, Nemo, that ask Pat if I was a Dak fan? See, he just thinks everybody's a Dak fan. Oh lordy. Oh, what are we gonna do with you, Nemo? We need to throw your ass back in the fish tank. All right. So now we got the 13th ranked player. All right. So trying to debate. Do I go to just the top 32? Do I just do what would technically be the first round of players? Because this is a good bit of reading as I go through, man. Each one's got like a paragraph and a half. Man, they got him way at 32. That's crazy. All right, so I may just go through and not read all of their full breakdown here, or if I do, I should just go into. No, it's not that reading's hard. It's that reading takes a lot of time, and it takes away from being able to do other things. Like we're on the 13th ranked player, and we're an hour into the video. That's what it's about, Andrew. It ain't about reading being hard. Am I half dyslexic? Yeah. I never claimed to be the best reader, but I get through it. All right, so the 13th ranked player is a junior linebacker out of Alabama. I know y'all Roll Tide fans are happy. Jahad Campbell. Campbell is a tall, rangy, and explosive linebacker. He was recruited to Alabama as an edge rusher, but initially moved to linebacker because of the Crimson Tide's depth on the edges. Will Anderson Jr. and Dallas Turner, among others. I was just telling you the depth. This past season, he played both off ball and on the edge as an off ball linebacker. He doesn't possess elite instincts, but offers excellent speed and physicality. He can range sideline to sideline and flash his ability to thump off blockers and collect tackles on inside runs. He displays exciting tools in his pass rush opportunities off the edge. He can burst, bend, and finish. He also grew more comfortable in coverage throughout the 2024 season. He anticipates routes and positions himself to make plays on the ball. Campbell expands the playbook for defense coordinators, and his best football is ahead of him. So that's what they got to say about his ass. Hey, hey now, come on now. If you keep my mom out of this, I'll keep this out of your mom. How about that? How about that? Keep my mom out of this, and I'll keep this out of your mom. All right? Yeah, we understood? I'm just fucking around. I had to say it. I had to say it. I had to say it. But all right. So we're gonna move on to the fourth ranked player. I know y'all going ham in the chat over here. Yeah, y'all just felt like having a blow up day in the chat. No, you good, Andrew. Man, we appreciate you though checking it out. Man, make sure if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe. Football season is gonna be off the chain, Andrew. We obviously do videos for every game. Well, not every football game, but every Cowboy game and many other games throughout the NFL season. Um, we get my breakdown, we get my opinion, my reaction, everything that's coming through. Oh, Cowboys team, Georgia players. Yeah, man, the Eagles have been killing it with Georgia players for sure. Oh, you damn man, UGA got them ballers on their defense. Man, they always do. They always got ballers on their damn defense. That defensive line's always crazy. Uh, we got another Alabama player here, the 14th ranked player. So the 13th and 14th ranked players are both out of Alabama. This one's a junior. He's an interior O line. His name is Tyler Booker. Says Booker is one of the cleaner evaluations in the draft class. He has ideal size, awareness, and consistencies in the pass game. He is set with a wide, firm base and easily absorbs power rushers. That doesn't sound right. He keeps his hands tight, and when he locks in on, he wins. When he's uncovered, he looks for work and delivers some nasty shots to unsuspecting opponents. In the run game, he can move defenders line. He can move defenders line up over his nose, and he is excellent on combo blocks up to a second level. He takes great angles and he gathers and walls off linebackers. Sources at Alabama compare his leadership qualities to those of a former Tide star, Will Anderson Jr. Booker should be an immediate starter with Pro Bowl potential. That sounds very nice. I ain't gonna lie. What up, NFL pros? What it do? What it do? Make sure as everybody comes through, y'all tap that like button for your boy. Let everybody know you're in here. And man, make sure y'all put that on. If you're new here, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button as well. All right, so we're gonna move on to one of my favorite players in this NFL draft. I think that he would be a great addition to the Cowboys. Number 15, he's a junior wide receiver out of Arizona. Tet McMillan or Teterio McMillan. I can't pronounce his name. I call him Tet. Tet McMillan. Tet McMillan is a tall, rangy receiver with a Drake London-like skill set. He primarily lines up outside, though he can take some snaps in the slot. He lacks ideal suddenness or burst in the release, but he's smooth, easy mover. His tape is littered with contested catches. That's what I liked about him, is that he'd catch the ball over anybody. Some of that spawns from an inability to consistently create separation, but it also is because he's so comfortable using his plus size to win 50-50 balls. He's an outstanding body control, high point skills. His catch radius is a real weapon in the red zone. He's been productive after the catch because of his strength and physicality. Overall, I thought London played with more urgency as a prospect, but McMillan has the potential to provide similar or more impact at the next level. I like that guy. What up, OJ? What it do? What it do? Yeah, I mean, tight end would look nice. But I really feel like in the first 3 rounds, we need to address the wide receiver, the running back, and the defensive tackle. Now, that's not considering what we get in free agency. We can change that order by picking up like a Devontae Adams in free agency or a Cooper Cup in free agency. I don't really want him, but we could do a Debo as well. But I'm not really sold on Debo. I think he's kind of fallen to the backside of his career. That physicality that he has played with over the years, I think, is starting to fall off as the age gets higher on him. I'm wondering what Bills need. Uh, NFL prods. I had that up Saturday. Oh, was it? Yeah, I had that up yesterday when I was doing the mock draft videos. I was playing the audio from mock draft videos and going through that. But yeah, Bills. I could pull it up real quick. For real, for real. What'd you do? What'd you do? You just don't like that video? Hit the arrow. Hit the arrow again. You know what to do. Bills need secondary, in my opinion. They need wide receivers. They need secondary. I think they're looking at running back too. Hold on. I just looked it up. All right, it says defensive line, wide receiver, cornerback, safety, or interior for defense. That's kind of what it says. It says the Bills could be targeting these players in the draft. They're looking at Mikael Williams, Kenneth Grant, Xavier Watts, Trey Harris, Deone Walker, JT Tembaloa, uh, uh, Alec Amanor, Darian Porter, and Princey Umanalin. I butchered a couple of those names, and I'm going to own it. It's all right. No, but the reason why Stephon Diggs is being linked to us, Pat, is because what do the Cowboys do? They go get injured players and try to make it a project, right? Players coming off an injury so that they can get them cheap. That's what the Cowboys do. What is Stephon Diggs coming off of? He's got an injury that he's coming off of, and he's going to be cheap. So they're linking him to us. Uh, but I don't know that we'll get him. I don't know that I want Stephon Diggs either. I like him. I don't know. I would rather have a Devontae Adams. I want the big body wide receiver to come in. Tet McMillan has that, but if we address that in the draft, then we have other things we need to fill. So it all depends. What up? What up, Burger? What it do? What it do? All right, so we're gonna get back into the draft list here. We are at 16. Speaking of Mikael Williams, oh, if the Buffalo wants Mikael Williams, they're not getting him at whatever. What are the Bills' draft position? Where are they at? Buffalo's will need to improve their draft. Where does it say? Doesn't say where they're drafting on this page. What number are the Bills drafting at? What up, Patrick? What it do? What it do? What about Luca? He's a Laker now. It's 15 minutes before you guys go to bed. All right, but we're gonna get back over here to the draft. The number 16 ranked player in the NFL draft by Daniel Jeremiah is Mikael Williams, junior edge rusher out of Georgia. Williams is a hold on, let me scroll. Williams is a talented edge rusher with rare physical traits. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury in the upcoming game against Clemson and played through pain for the remainder of the season. When healthy, he has a dynamic get off and can win early from the edge. Or when he's reduced inside, he has extremely long arms and blockers struggle to get to his chest. He has a nasty shake and bull move. He also flashes a violent swipe move to generate pressure against the run. Uh, he still found a way to set a physical edge even when he couldn't put much weight on one leg because of his injury. His effort never wavered. Overall, the 2024 tape isn't a fair representation of Williams' talent. He has game changing tools when healthy and locked in. All right. All right. Bills at number 30. I knew they were going to be far back there. Well, Mikael Williams is ranked at 17. He's the 17th best player, according to Daniel Jeremiah, in the NFL draft. Yeah, I mean, he's the 17th ranked player, but it depends because a lot of times players get picked up but way above their actual grade value, which drops other players that should be up higher down. So we'll have to see how the players slide, what trades may happen. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty active draft class. We actually have the NFL Combine coming up this week. I can't do much of it on stream other than to talk about it after watching it and maybe do some reactions to it on live for the channel. But I'll be at work during a lot of it, so I won't get to live react to it. So it'd probably be more of a reaction to it after I get home from work because I know they do that throughout the week during the day. Well, I need to go blow my nose real quick. Stop. It's a little better. That's a little better. I think at least I can breathe out of it. Struggling to read for long periods because I'm having to catch my breath because my nose is clogged. Yeah, we got a Discord channel for the chat. It's still growing. It hasn't. I don't promote it every time I'm live, but I do promote it a lot of times. Welcome back, Alexis. Thank you, thank you. What up, back shots? Welcome back. All right, so we're on the 17th ranked player of the draft class based off Daniel Jeremiah's list. How he has these players ranked. Number 17 is a junior inside offensive lineman out of Missouri, Armand Membao. Membao is a thick, square right tackle prospect with long arms. In pass pro, he explodes out of his stance and shoots right with his right hand to stab opponents before reworking with both hands to control. He can bend and redirect smoothly. He does a good job of staying square throughout the down. He will give some ground versus power before settling down and stopping with the charge. In the run game, he attacks with his hips on down blocks, displacing defensive tackles. He has knockback power to uproot defenders over his nose. He could move more than he could hold on his own more than he could hold his own tackle in the NFL, but has the tools to become an all-pro guard. All right, so they're saying that he could be a good tackle, but he'd be a better guard. He reminds them of Elijah Vera Tucker coming out of college. There's a good comp. What up, Gardo? What it do? What it do? Get my drink. All right. Y'all already know I got the QT drink up. What up, Malachi? What it do? What it do? Welcome in. Welcome in. I mean, they're making some good moves as far as coaches go at this point. I wasn't thrilled with the initial head coach hire, but I'm stoked with the rest of the coaches that we brought in. And from what I'm hearing out of the interviews, they're saying the right things that sound like change, but we'll know for sure when they start picking these players in free agency and in the draft. Because if we don't do nothing in there, it may look just like last year. What up, OG? What it do? What it do? Do you know when the NFL Combine is? That's this week. That's this week, OG. Hold on, I'll tell you the dates. Because that's like a multi-date. That's a multi-day thing. It takes up multiple days. All right. So the NFL Combine is set to take place from Thursday, February 27th to Sunday, March 2nd. So from this Thursday to this Sunday. So I will get to do some of it live reactions. But Thursday and Friday will be iffy. I may be just doing a reactionary video to it.
Good night, love you.
Good night, love you. But yeah, we'll definitely be streaming and talking about it for sure. All right, I'm gonna get back into the 18th ranked player in the NFL draft. I'm probably gonna go to the 32nd ranked player, just so we clear the first round worth of players. Even though that's not going to be how they get picked, obviously, because teams have value in different ways than Daniel Jeremiah believes. All right, so the 18th ranked player is a junior defensive tackle out of Michigan. Goes by Kenneth Grant. Says Grant is a massive D tackle with intriguing quickness and power. He has very much a work in progress as a pass rusher. He flashes quick and violent hands to club and swim for wins, but far too often does he have a plan to and stalls out. So far too often his plan will stall out. He hasn't learned to harness his strength and bull rush and consistently collapse the pocket. That should be at the top of his agenda this coming season. He's very dominant run defender. He easily holds the point of attack, despite playing with a high pad level. I love his effort and awareness to chase down screeners. If you want to see what Grant is capable of, watch Michigan game against USC from 2024. His upside was fully on display that day. Unfortunately, he couldn't bottle that performance during an up and down season. Overall, there is some assembly required, but his physical tools are very loud and worth the investment. So he's a work in progress, but he's raw. So he has like raw talent. What up, Walt? What it do, Gardo? What it do? What it do? Welcome, brothers. Welcome. All right. So now we are at the 19th ranked player on Daniel Jeremiah's list. He's an offensive tackle junior out of Texas. It's Kelvin Banks Jr. Says Banks is a thick man. Why they describe all of these offensive tackles as thick? He's thick. That's like the first four words on all of these offensive tackle players. He's thick, sturdy left tackle. He's a thick, sturdy left tackle. Like, come on, man. Y'all couldn't come up with some better words than that. Like, really? Really? Those are the words that you can come up with, Daniel Jeremiah? All right. In pass protection, he launches out of his stance and shows the ability to sink and bend his knees. He keeps his hands inside and is patient with his punch. When he struggles, it's because he sets up too deep or his feet settle too early. Both of those areas can be cleaned up in the run game. He has an initial knockback power, but he hasn't always strained to drive through the finish. He is nimble to adjust and pick off defenders at the second level and on the perimeter. Some teams see him more as a guard, but I believe he can hold up as a tackle. Overall, Banks has some things to clean up, but I like his core foundation strength and agility. Kenneth Grant is an amazing run stopper. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. Hell yeah. Now we are at the number 20th ranked college prospect for the 2025 NFL Draft. Goes by the He's a junior edge rusher from Tennessee. Goes by the name James Pierce. Says Pierce is a long, lean edge rusher. The Volunteers moved him around in their scheme, and he created havoc from a variety of entry points. His first three steps are very explosive when he's rushing off the edge. For such a lean frame player, he can generate a lot of pocket push with his bull rush. When he's used his as a walk around blitzer, he exposes the lack of athleticism among the interior of offensive lines. They clear the runway for him. Oh. Where'd it go? They clear the runway for him, and he goes to work. His pressure rate stands out amongst his peers in this class against the run. He plays bigger than his weight would suggest. His set a firm edge, especially against tight ends. Overall, I would hope that he could take on tight ends as an edge rusher. Overall, Pierce has double digit sack potential and should make immediate impact in the league. Yeah, it's right here. You know, I ain't never gonna set it down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we are at the 22nd ranked player. My bad. The 21st ranked player. He's a junior safety out of South Carolina. Goes by Nick Emanwari. It's a name that I probably butchered. Emanwari is a massive safety prospect with ideal instincts and ball skills. He fits best as a strong safety, big nickel, or sub linebacker. Man, we don't want to hear about moving safeties to linebackers as Cowboy fans. Keep his ass as a safety. Uh, he can consistently undercut routes and take the ball away in those roles. He trusts his eyes and drives on the ball. Had He had multiple pick sixes in the game I studied. He does have a little tightness that shows up in man coverage, but he has enough speed to recover when he's aligned in the deep half. He's not as effective. He doesn't see and react as well as the depth. All right. Against the run, he is aggressive to fill, and he is a strong tackler on the front side. He will have some run by misses when chasing from the backside. Overall, Imanwari will be a difference maker provided the team that drafts him deploys him close to the action. That's the most points they've scored in a regular season game since the 70s. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. All right. So these last 10, I'm not going to read the paragraph on. I'm going to go through the last 10 to get to 32. And then I'm going to pull up some other stuff that I've seen and see it. Well, I'm going to see if I can find it. And then we'll react to that real quick. Bet that game was crazy to watch. It had to have been. Had to have been crazy. Why are you up there bothering your sister? All right, so from 22 on. Look at something. All right, there we go. All right, so the 22nd ranked player in the NFL draft, according to Daniel Jeremiah, is a junior defensive tackle out of Oregon. It's Derek Harmon. It says Harmon is quick, disruptive defensive tackle with excellent instincts as a pass rusher. He has quick hands to knock the punch away of opposing linemen, and that's about what I'm going to read about him. All right, so the number 23 ranked player is a junior edge rusher out of Marshall. He goes by Mike Green. Green was an ultra explosive, productive edge rusher for the Thundering Herd. He jumped on the radar with an outstanding performance against Ohio State in September. He continued to dominate through the entire campaign, and he's continued to add weight over the last year and checked out over 250 pounds in the Reese Bowl. Okay, so it's just talking about his weight. Good night. Love you. The number 24 ranked player, Daniel Jeremiah's list, is a junior wide receiver from Texas, Matthew Golden. Says Golden has average size, but he plays with tremendous polish, instinct, and toughness. He spends a lot of time operating out of the slot. He can defeat pass coverage with quickness or strength. I like the next guy better than I like Golden, but the number 25th player is also a wide receiver. So we're going to go ahead. It's Emeka Mbuka, senior wide receiver out of Ohio State. Mbuka is a strong physical receiver with the ability to play inside or outside. He is quick in his release and he can fight his way through pass coverage. He is more of a one speed route runner, but is very comfortable working in traffic, which is good. Which is good. And that mock draft yesterday had us taking this player, and I was not happy. I did not want him. He is a 26th ranked player on the list. He's a junior defensive tackle out of Mississippi. His name is Walter Nolan. He is good. I like him, but I just don't want him at 12. Nolan is a twitchy defensive tackle who fits best in penetrating style of defense. Ole Miss slanted him quite often in its defensive scheme, and he created some early wins versus run and pass. Says he can get off the ball with urgency as a pass rusher. He flashes a violent hump move. It can redirect with ease. That's crazy. He flashes a violent hump move. The Cowboys are looking for violent. Maybe that's why he mocked them to them. All right, so number 27 is a junior edge rusher out of Texas A&M, Shamar Stewart. Stewart is a long, dynamic, and athletic edge rusher. He generates a lot of pressure but struggles to finish in the passing game. That's why his low sack total, 4.5 sacks in 3 seasons, is wild, is misleading. He still impacts the game even without major sack production. So he's one of the pass rushers that gets pressure but no sacks. Airlines fan. So we are on the 28th ranked player. He's a senior edge rusher out of Boston College. It's Donovan Iziraku. I know I butchered the ish out of that. Yeah, NC has some good barbecue. Iziraku is a compact edge rusher with outstanding length, burst, and production. In the pass game, he has a very quick first step and gets on top of blockers in a hurry. He excels at prying open the outside shoulder and cornering toward the quarterback. Full array of moves to complement his speed rush. He has one with a club swim and inside counter spin move and a Euro step. So he's got a nice little. He had 16 and a half sacks just in 2024. The last guy only had 4 in his whole career. It's crazy. This guy right here, if we could not get Genty in the first round, I would love to have this man in the second round, but I know he won't make it to the 44th pick. Uh, with the 29th ranked player is Omarion Hampton, junior running back out of North Carolina. Hampton is a big athletic back as a runner. He likes to press the hole early before deciding to stay inside or bounce it out wide. He has enough speed to capture the corner when he gets to the perimeter. He's a loose runner and makes you miss ability in space. He has an impressive blend of power and balance on contact. His vision is a little inconsistent, though. Uh, he will consistently run up the back of the blockers in the pass game. His effectiveness on angle route screens, shovels. He has a strong, reliable hands and pass pro. He is quick to sort and attack blitzers with a sharp 6-inch punch. I like they literally labeled his punch as a 6-inch punch. All right. Overall, Hampton has the size and tools to be an effective starter right away. Liver mush is good. I like spicy liver mush. Spicy liver mush be where it's at, bro. Be 100% where it's at. All right, we got everything. There we go. All right, so we're now on the 30th ranked player, junior offensive tackle out of Ohio State. It is Josh Simmons. Simmons is a gifted left tackle prospect. He was having an outstanding 2024 campaign before suffering a season ending knee injury in October. He has excellent size, movement, skills, and balance in the passing game. He has a smooth, fluid set. He can easily redirect plays with a wide and firm base. He also has a sharp punch before steering and controlling defenders. There we go. He can eventually overset, though, on occasion, but he is nimble enough to recover in the run game. He plays under control. He stays his feet. It maintains leverage positions. He can just adjust in space on combos when the main question with Simmons is health. Can he stay healthy? All right. We're now on the 31st ranked combine player, senior inside offensive line out of Ohio State. They going back to back. It's Donovan Jackson. And Jackson has ideal size, strength, and bend as an interior offensive lineman. He is best suited at guard, but he steps up to play left tackle after the Buckeyes lost their starter at the position in the middle of 2024. It says he had a couple tough reps against Abdul Carter, but I was impressed with his overall competitiveness at tackle. He is more than functional at this position, but I see him being a top tier guard. All right, so my last player I'm going to read off tonight is going to be the 32 ranked player. The junior wide receiver out of Missouri, Luther Burden the third. I like him. Luther Burden, Tech McMillan, Genty. One of them I want in the first round. One of them. One of them. Burden is a quick, athletic slot receiver. He received a lot of quick hitters in Missouri's offense. He excels underneath option routes that allows him to combine his feet to create feel in space. His suddenness to generate yards after the catch. He has outstanding body control. Give him the ability to contort and haul in poorly thrown balls. He is at his best when the ball is in his hands. He can stop, start in a hurry, and possesses agility to make defenders miss in tight quarters. He has some to offer once he gets to the next level. When given the opportunity to work down the field, he can tap into another gear and track the ball smoothly. Overall, Burton is a fun player to study. He reminds me a lot of Stephon Diggs coming out of college. All right. So those are the players. Those are the players that I am going to rank or go on about tonight. We can obviously go down the list and do more players in later episodes. What up, little boy? 1, 2, 3. What's good with you, brother? You're looking for a Super Bowl. Who's looking for a Super Bowl? Who's looking for a Super Bowl? You're looking for a Super Bowl? Everybody gets a Super Bowl. Here, I got you a Super Bowl ring. Fake one. Off the top of a cupcake. Cupcake Super Bowl. Who never heard of Domino's Pizza? Donut, Krispy Kreme donut's good. Y'all be got some wild conversations in here. All right, stretch your legs a minute. Take a sip of the coffee. Now we're gonna pull up and react to some of what other people are saying about the Dallas Cowboys. Let's pull up what we see for the latest news on the Dallas Cowboys that people have posted about. Stephen Jones makes a dumb move again. Ooh, I don't know what that's gonna be. That's Mark Holmes. That could either be clickbait or not clickbait. 5-step plan to fix the Cowboys. Latest Micah Parsons contract update. Sign DeMarcus Walker or Sheldon Rankins. Will the Cowboys spend their new salary cap money on or earmark it for Micah's extension? They got a bunch. Like Parsons contract. Big mess. Cowboys are setting up to do some talks with Micah. So I'm gonna listen to a video by Mark Holmes real quick. Uh, hopefully this one don't have any clickbait in it.
Well, good afternoon, good people. Mark Holmes here on this Sunday, and I hope all of your Sunday dreams are coming true. And I'm going to say I'm feeling a little bit
Setting
down
up to do nothing.
because I'm having a feeling
No
that
talks with
as
Micah.
much as we hope the Cowboys would actually do something different, I don't think that they are. I really don't.
All right, so
And
wait, so I thought this was actually some kind of news. This is actually just an opinion, so I'm not gonna play it because it's an opinion. He does have Stephen Jones makes the dumbest move again, um, but it's really hard to tell. I would rather look for a more reliable source than that. Us Cowboys fans finally getting what we want 6 hours ago. Attack on Cowboys. I'm gonna go ahead and react to this. Shout out to Attack on Cowboys. Uh,
don't
see what,
look now,
see what he's
ladies
talking
and
about.
gentlemen, but we could have some very interesting things developing right
right in front of our eyes now. I originally got some
I think I
inside
misread his
information
title.
about Jerry Jones going out of his way to go with the NFLPA or go against the NFLPA and essentially try to avoid media obligations at the end of the season or during the offseason, like right
All
at the
right,
beginning.
so this guy used to go by the name Dak Attack. He changed his channel to Attack on Cowboys. I'm breaking down this video a little bit and giving my opinion on what he's talking about. It says Dallas Cowboy fans finally getting what we want with a question mark. Jerry Jones has been avoiding media, which is factual. So let's see what he thinks about this. Because
Offseason,
we
Jones
normally
showed
we hear
actually
Jerry
talked
Jones every week in the media. We haven't heard anything since the end of the season.
to us about this during one of our episodes of the
Or
Cowboys
since
Collective.
Brian
I can't remember if it
Schottenheimer
was
hire,
during it
actually.
or afterwards when we have like a little post filming powwow. But I wanted to get this information out because now this is the second occurrence now where Jerry Jones has done something to go out of his way to avoid talking to the media. Now remember, the only time we really heard from Jerry Jones so far was at the Brian Schottenheimer introductory press conference. Everything else has really been a lot.
Can y'all hear that audio? Or do I need to move a microphone next to the speaker? Can y'all hear that audio just fine? Good? All right.
For Stephen
And again,
Jones
shout outs to
and
Attack
Brian
on Cowboy.
Schottenheimer,
If
his
you want to see
coaching
this
staff,
video,
and
go on his
even
page.
more.
If you want to see this video yourself, you can definitely go on Attack on Cowboys and check it out. He's a YouTuber that does a lot of Cowboys content. He has about 27,000 subscribers. He's a guy that I listen to sometimes. I would do some other videos on Vach or Okoye, but right now they're kind of focusing on the draft. And I may do some of their draft breakdowns. But Brian, he's doing a lot with Brian Broaddus, and I don't know. So we'll have to see. But here we go.
Jerry won't be at the NFL Combine. He is going out of his way not to be there, and he's only one of 3 owners that won't be there. But Brian Schottenheimer will be. Let's get right into this article. But first, the word from our sponsors. This is very intriguing. Be sure to check out Bet US, America's favorites.
Let me fast forward past through this part.
I'm not helping you pay no bills, bro. I'm just not. Now back to our show, y'all. Jerry Jones, one of 3 NFL GMs, skipping media availability at NFL Combine. Let's get into this article because this is very, very interesting. NFL draft season officially kicks off this week in Indianapolis with the 2025
This
NFL
article
Scouting
is out of
Combine
a Dallas
at Lucas
Cowboys
Oil Stadium,
article.
where the
That's
Dallas
all I can see
Cowboys
at the
will
header.
the first time for new head coach Brian Schottenheimer to address the national media. While Schottenheimer will be taking the podium during Combine week, there will be one noticeable absence. Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones, who typically has a lot to say, will not be speaking with the media in Indianapolis. Jones is one of 3 in a
That's 100% factual. If you want some really good Cowboy content breakdowns, Okoye, Vach, I like Sky, and Foot's the King too. Look, Brian Broaddus is doing a lot more now this year than he has prior years, but Brian Broaddus is out there too, and Jeff Kavanaugh.
NFL general managers who will not be available. Miami Dolphins GM Chris
Those
Greer.
are all very great content creators on the Cowboys. Cherry Groves out there. Who's talking about Cherry Groves? Yeah, my wife's father actually died in Cherry Grove. I think it was either 3 or 5 years ago now. Time goes by. I think it's 5 years ago now. Time goes by so damn fast.
And Chicago Bears GM Ryan Poles will also be skipping media availability. Wow, this is very, very interesting. No availability for Jerry Jones. With Jerry Jones skipping out on media availability, it will be the Schottenheimer show in Indy. A total of 329 NFL draft prospects will make their way to Indianapolis for the combine beginning on Monday, February 24th, for their pre-exams, orientation, and team interviews. On Tuesday, February 25th, players will undergo their medical exams and continue team interviews. Oh man, this is very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
all right, Messi. I think the goal for our head coach is to establish a culture, to be physical, aggressive, and disciplinarian and make sure relationships between player and coach are developed so that the culture can be completed. Uh, I think that's the goal. I think that will lead us to playoffs eventually. Whether we hit them this year or not, I don't know yet. I'm not giving my prediction on this year yet. I think if we were healthy all last season, we made the playoffs last year. Had we stayed completely healthy, like the Eagles did, I think we'd make the playoffs. What we did in the playoffs, who knows? But I think we would have made the playoffs.
Be for a variety of reasons, right? We're not going to jump to conclusions and start acting like the Jerry's just turned over a new leaf. But
yeah, they're talking about that. Jerry Jones is only one of three owners that are not going to be at the NFL Combine this year. He's not going to be in attendance. Brian Schottenheimer will be there. So is this a sign that they're giving Schottenheimer more of the reins in his player selection? If so, I like that. If not, I don't know. But it sounds good in the aspect that we know Brian Schottenheimer is out there scouting his players. Where every year prior, Jerry has been there. And again, we got to remember, we haven't had an entire coaching turnover since the 90s. I'm not predicting this year or, making this year sound like the 90s by any means, but that hasn't happened since then. Since we brought in Jimmy Johnson and fired all the Landry coaches, we haven't had a full changeover. We've always had holdover coaches that we've made a new coach come in and work with, or we've hired from within. So it is a little different, and they are talking like there is some change happening. I want to see the actions line up with what they say. Well, you got to scoot up there. I can't. You okay? Silly. There you go, monkey man stuff. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get the kid a bottle. Yeah, exactly, Pat. Exactly, brother. All right, let's see what he says.
For the fact that everyone, including I know.
I'm actually going to go back about 10 seconds just to make sure we understand what we're getting into.
Tuesday, February 25th, players will undergo their medical exams and continue team interviews. Oh, man, this is very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this could be for a variety of reasons, right? We're not going to jump to conclusions and start acting like the Jerry's just turned over a new leaf. But this is very notable for the fact that everyone, including I know personally, John Machado, Bobby Belt, these guys were expecting to speak to Jerry Jones in the front office at the NFL Combine. They were expecting to interview these people and to see them at some point, and Jerry won't be there. And this is now the second time Jerry Jones is actually going out of his way to essentially try to avoid media responsibilities. What does this mean? It means this is something that we damn sure need to keep an eye on, ladies and gentlemen, because is Jerry Jones trying to change his colors? Can this old, mangy, crusted, grip keeping ass greyhound, almost out the dog change his colors? Can this damn tiger change?
Damn, he's got a description of Jerry Jones, don't he? I'm hoping like hell that the owners are releasing some of the power and allowing the coaches to do their job at least. Like, let the job be delegated. But click this open.
Cold.
What?
Cold.
It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah. Cold.
All right. The kid's phone's up. All right, Micah, come on. You're messing up your fort. Stop picking the blanket up. You're knocking things down. How can you do that? All right. So we'll get back into it. So, yeah. Does this mean that they're going to change over a new leaf in Dallas? I feel like I've always felt that I don't know that that's going to happen until Jerry's gone. Now, I've been always scared that Stephen Jones was going to be just like him, but I've started to kind of come around to the thought that I don't know that Stephen Jones is going to want to be the owner and the GM like his dad did. I don't know that Stephen Jones is going to want to be in the media like his dad did. I think he's not the same person as his dad in that manner, as I don't really care for his penny pinching ways. I think that he will delegate that job to Will uh, McClay. Um, and Will McClay signing a 5-year extension, like, how many more years do we really see Jerry having at 83 years old? I mean, he's obviously still got pretty good health and could make it much further, but I feel like that Will McClay could be a GM for many teams in the NFL. Why has he not left? Why has he not left to go be a GM when the Cowboys aren't giving him that title? Uh, so I feel like he's waiting because he knows that Stephen Jones is going to give him that title. Because I don't think Stephen Jones is going to want to be a GM. So I feel like maybe we are kind of starting to get a little bit of what we need or what we want as fans. But I'll start really believing it when we see the actual actions happen with the free agencies and the draft. That's where, to
His
me,
stripes.
it's going to make a difference.
I don't know. But what I do know is this is a very interesting pattern of behavior developing. Jerry could also be trying to avoid any heat because we know he's got his court date pushed back again. So that man do got that SA case just floating around out there. We're not gonna act like that's not floating around out there. But let's just
And that could be a big reason to why he's avoiding the media. If he has a court case that he's dealing with and fighting, maybe he doesn't want reporters asking him about it, so he doesn't show up to be available to talk with reporters. Normally, we hear from Jerry Jones once or twice a week. He's been awfully quiet. He's been awfully quiet. Like, we heard from him for the Brian Schottenheimer hire, and that was really about it. Not much other than that since the season's ended.
let's keep it football for now, unless we find out otherwise. Let's keep it football. Jerry Jones is not talking to the media. Now, I've been asking this on my social media accounts. I've been like, man, have we been hearing from Jerry? I feel like we have not heard from Jerry Jones a whole lot this offseason, and we really haven't heard from Jerry a whole lot. I mean, I think that we've heard from him like maybe.
Well, I hope not. But man, with the amount of money that man has, I wouldn't put it past him. He gonna preserve his mind and head in a jar where he could some futuristic shit where he can display what he's thinking on a digital screen, and they have to go with that, or he's gonna change his willpower somehow. I have no idea. But man, I feel like there's some kind of corruption going on with that. His age. Man's old as hell and he still looks healthy and he's still going. Now you know his mind is going. He talks about eating squirrel brains all the time. Let's get back into it.
Once outside of shutting down, maybe once. I think maybe, but we haven't heard Jerry doing the amount of talking he normally does. Now they could be pulling old Joey B right in front of our eyes, and Jerry ass just need to be set out the pasture, and they trying to make sure that he's on happy home paradise somewhere tucked away, so he ain't in front of the media too much because they don't need Jerry spilling their beans on what they trying to do this off season. But the Cowboys, they're moving a little bit different. This is
And that's what I'm talking about. It looks and sounds different this year. Like I've been saying, the Kool-Aid ain't made for anybody to drink. So if you're drinking something that looks like Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid ain't even made yet. But it looks like they're taking the right ingredients and putting them in the pitcher and getting ready to start stirring. Um, I don't think that the full ingredients are going to be in there until after the draft and free agency, though. So we'll have to see and kind of hold on to our seatbelts and wait and watch for it. And I'm going to be peeping with eyes on it, staying on Twitter, staying on YouTube, staying on social medias, trying to get any kind of update that I can. And I get a lot of you guys that will update me too. But man, it's get back into it here. It's just crazy. I hate that I feel like it feels different this year. And I don't mean that as in a we're gonna go win the Super Bowl type of different. I'm just meaning the culture feels different for the Cowboys. It's not that I think we're gonna go win a Super Bowl by any means. I think we're still far away from that. I think we can be competitive this year though if we get the right pieces. It's heavily reliant on getting the right pieces. But we're gonna break this back in.
One of those situations, when you get your girl and y'all been together for a couple of years, you pretty much know her daily routine. Then all of a sudden, she started coming home a little bit later than she normally do. All of a sudden, she stopped cooking those home cooked meals. She just started ordering in and bringing food from takeout home instead of cooking for you and putting her love into those meals. And all of a sudden, she seemed just a little bit more loose than she normally is, if you know what I mean. No,
All right, Attack on Cowboys. You're getting a little out of subject with this one, but we'll continue.
I'm not speaking on personal experience, but some of y'all.
I don't know. I don't know. I ain't here to judge Dak Attack or Attack on Cowboys. But it sounded like personal experience.
This some of y'all testimony I just spoke on. Some a little different about Jerry in this front office. Some a little different about how Jerry to move, and they are really trying to let Brian Schottenheimer captain this thing. They're really trying to let Shotty ride shotgun on the Cowboys now.
Like I said, I'm about to get me a shirt. I'm about to get me a shirt made. I'm with the shots. And on the back, it's going to say shots fired. Or maybe on the front, it'll say shots fired. And I'm with, I don't know, something with my logo on it of some sort. I'm going to get some kind of shirt like that. I need to get a what it do shirt as well. But we're going to get back into this.
They let Shotty ride shotgun on the Cowboys like this in the offseason, in the free agency period, and how we do these contracts, how early we get some of this stuff done so we can actually get some players in here. We're going to keep an eye on it, y'all. We're not going to overreact to it. We're not going to get overly excited. We're going to set our expectations low. That way, when they overexceed our expectations, we have something to get excited about. Now, our expectations have been as low as they can possibly be all offseason long because we learned our lesson. We have learned our lesson over this last.
All right. Well, I mean, that's probably about all we need to hear about this. The rest of it's kind of his opinion. But yeah, I mean, I've been noticing the same things. Definitely that he's noticing. I hadn't paid attention much to the criminal things Jerry Jones has going on, floating around out there with his court dates being pushed back on an SA charge. But so I'm not very privy on that. But that could keep you out of the media as well. But it could be that he's not, he's trying to keep it zip lip, essentially, instead of letting things out that the Cowboys are trying to do. And because he talks too much and he gets in the media, he either talks about eating squirrel brains and how he fries them, or talking about what plays, like he's running the game over there. And it kind of undermines the coaches. He did that a lot with Mike McCarthy. He did a whole lot of undermining Mike McCarthy. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue to search here, see if there's something else that we can't find and come across to react to. What up, Trent? What it do? What it do? I'm glad to see you coming through with something good for you. What's good, brother? What's good? Yeah, definitely Messi. Yeah, I knew that. He was heavily involved in that ish with Vince McMahon. All right, says, will the Cowboys spend their new salary cap money? No, that's radio talking. Full NFL Live. Debo Samuel to the Cowboys. Devontae Adams to the Commanders. I don't like that. I don't even want to react to that. All right, so let's see what the Dallas Cowboys have put out for videos. See if there's anything new that I have missed on their channel. We got the sounds from the side. He just sounds from the sidelines the best of 2024. We don't have a best of 2024. 2024 was no good. All right, so they just got their normal shows 3 weeks ago, a month ago. These are all older. 3 days ago, hanging with the boys. That's a 50-minute video. I'm not reacting to a 50-minute video. We do have Andre Curtis and Lunda Wells videos that I could react to. I guess we'll go ahead and do those. I'll go do the Lunda Wells. I'm gonna do the Andre Curtis uh, interview. We'll listen and react to that, and then I think all these player interviews are old. Yeah, they're all a month old. All right, so yeah, we'll do these two coaching interviews real quick. See what they got to say. They're not very long. I appreciate that, Trent.
Your
That's
hard work.
awesome. I'm
What that
happy and
means
thankful
is,
that he's made it
just
out of the
discipline
hospital.
yourself,
That's
your
great.
eyes,
That's
your
great,
body,
Trent, man.
to do the things that you need to
Blessings.
do when you need to do them. And the more you do that,
All right, so before I get too far into this is a defensive passing game coordinator. It's Andre Curtis. He met with the media to discuss his relationship with defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus, what he sees from Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, the defensive philosophy in taking the ball away, and more. All right, so we'll go ahead and start this
well,
off.
yeah, Quandre is an awesome guy, extremely hard worker. What that means is, just disciplining yourself, your eyes, your body, to do the things that you need to do when you need to do them. And the more you do that and put yourself in those positions, the more it'll pay off for you in the end.
You worked with Matt Eberflus, obviously. How do you guys kind of go with your relationship, over the years, and then coming to a new spot? How do you kind of take what you learned there and kind of also do new things with the new roster here?
Yeah, well, the first thing we do is we obviously evaluate what we did in the past. But you look at these guys here, this team that we're building, and what they do well and what the players are like. So you're just trying to find the best thing that fits for the Dallas Cowboys. That's all we're interested in.
How's the evaluation period going so far? I know it's still a little early in terms of actually scheme in football, but how's the evaluation period going, guys like Todd Bland, Trayvon Diggs, and some of the guys you're going to have in your secondary?
Oh well, I mean, I've watched some film on them. I'm excited. These guys have played some really good football here, done some really cool things. I'm just looking to be a part of it and kind of add to it, and to see if they can just become better. That's what every coach's goal is you got to learn the people that you work with, and then try to help improve them. And that's my job.
Matt Eberflus said that your guys' philosophy is going to stop the run, but also to take the ball away.
Yeah.
The two guys, Ron Bland and Trayvon Diggs, are taking the ball away a lot. How do you coach taking the ball away, and does it help when guys have already had a proven track record of being able to get the ball in the air?
I mean, our guys have been known to take the ball away. That's what our cornerbacks have been really good at lately in the past few seasons. I'm upset that we have not really got to see a Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland on the field at the same time, and we probably won't get that this year until after November. Trayvon Diggs probably won't be healthy until after November, so we won't get to see him for a good while. We should have a healthy Deron uh, to come in. I think Carson started off really good last year and then kind of got hurt and then kind of fell back. But I'm hoping we bring back Jordan Lewis. But yeah, I'm gonna get back into this now.
Well, I always believe that success leaves clues. And the cool thing is when you get in those positions, to me, the true special stuff comes out when a player's in position. So as a coach, my job is to coach the technique, critique the technique, work with the player to try to get them in the very, very best position they're in, and then all their natural stuff, the cool stuff. The playmakers,
Hello.
they get in position to make them, and so that's
Hey.
exciting to me. Try to help those guys get better, and
Hello.
hopefully we can continue that as well.
What are your impressions
Must
so
have
far, Brian
Bluetooth
Schottenheimer?
on.
What was your past relationship maybe with him?
Yeah. Me and Shotty worked together in Seattle. Obviously,
You got Bluetooth on? Yeah, I can hear you now. You're on your way home. All right. How was your night? I mean, that ain't bad. Not for Sunday. I mean, it's about average or a little more than average for Sunday. I'm not sure, Carnage. I haven't seen him since early in the stream. But alright. I was responding. Probably. Hold on. What do I need to look for? Alright. Love you. Bye. Be careful. Alright, sorry about that, guys. My wife got out of work. On her way home, she has to stop at the grocery store to get a few things for my kids' lunch. Alright, I just lost the video for a second. Bring it back. I was at about a minute. We're at about 2 minutes. Alright. What up, Carnage? Welcome back. Yeah, I haven't seen him since the beginning of the stream. I became a mod on a Philly fan stream. Don't ask me how. I just was given one. All I do is talk crap. Hey, man, Carnage, you came in here doing the same thing. But, man, I kind of broke you of it a little bit and then told you to stick with it once I gave you the mod. So, but yeah, we're going to finish this video up here real quick, and then we will move on to this next video. I'm going to go into this breaking down it's a 12-minute video by DLLS Sports. It's a Dallas Cowboys sports channel. Well, they do other sports as well, but they do have a section that they do on Dallas. It'll be Jeff Kavanaugh, Jesse Hobby, and not John Machota. I can't think of the other guy that's in there. They'll say his name when he gets in there. But all right, I'm gonna finish this one real quick. That's crazy, Carnage. What up, Tri-Sport? Yes, definitely. Welcome back. Yeah, I know, Carnage. I know.
They get in position to make them, and so that's exciting to me. Try to help those guys get better, and hopefully we can continue that as well.
What are your impressions so far, Brian Schottenheimer? What was your past relationship maybe with him?
Yeah. Me and Shotty worked together in Seattle. Obviously, it was cool.
So him and Shotty know each other from Seattle, and that's where they built that relationship.
Cool. I mean, we had a great working relationship. He was on the dark side of things at that time, being in office. No, we had fun. He brings energy, excitement. We're together. We had a great time out there. And with his philosophy, the atmosphere he's trying to create here, I think it's going to be
Yes,
really
sir.
cool.
Try. Yes, sir.
You see already, maybe from when you had him in
Oh,
Seattle.
that's the same message. I thought you said it again.
Or do you see a difference at all?
Well, I just see him as the head coach, and you see him putting his stamp on things. In Seattle, he was obviously working for Pete. We all work for Pete, so the job of an assistant is always to kind of elevate the head coach's message. So now we have a chance to see his message and how he feels about things.
How important was it for you to come back here with Bruce after being with him?
Yeah, it was important. I mean, it was really good. Flu's a good football coach, even better person, and he treated me well. Gave me an opportunity coming from Seattle to Chicago, and this opportunity.
So he worked with Brian Schottenheimer in Seattle, and he worked with Matt Eberflus in Chicago. What up, Raymond? What it do? This is the Andre Curtis interview for as he came in for the defensive passing game coordinator for the Cowboys under Eberflus.
Because of the type of man he is, the character he has, that was important for me.
How important is also too that he would kind of be a conduit from teaching his scheme and that kind of thing.
That's a part of it. I think this time of year they explore everything, and what we necessarily did in Chicago is not necessary.
That's good. I want to hear that. At this point in time and the scheme building and everything, nothing's off the table. Anything, like, we don't even have the players to know what type of scheme we need to get everything together, and then get it put together. You can have a vision of culture, viciousness, effort, and relentlessness. But no, I didn't, Raymond. But happy birthday, brother, man. Hopefully you had a blessed day. And hopefully you can make the rest of it great on purpose. That's going to be my hashtag. Make it great on purpose. Like, I've been pushing that forever. And shout outs to my homeboy, Jeremy James, back up in Maine. Man, I heard him say it once and I took off with it. So I'm not the originator. I'm just the re-originator of it. It's my homeboy up there, man. I stole it from him. I told him I was stealing it, and I use it every day, man. Make every day great on purpose. That's a motto that I live by because you manifest the good things in your life. You can literally make it great on purpose by putting a positive energy into every day. But yeah, so hopefully you can make your birthday great on purpose today and tomorrow. As tomorrow's not your birthday, but it's the next day on your list.
So what we're going to do here, these guys, the cool thing about a coach is kind of figuring out all the cool things and special things guys can do, and then our job as coaches is just trying to put the best players in the best position to make the best plays they can make, and so that everything's under evaluation, everything's under critique. You even scour around through the league to try to find things. So this is just a real cool period for me because you get to create and explore stuff. So that's what excites me.
What is the major tenet of this defense? What do you guys want it to be?
Well, it's everything we do and everything we call is to take the football away. I mean, that's number one. Taking the football away, stopping the run, being aggressive, attacking. That
See, those are the same three things that all of the defensive coaches have been pushing. Take the ball away, stop the run, and attack with vicious effort. Like we continuously keep hearing that. And that's good. I want to hear that competitive and that rhetoric spewed throughout all the coaches so that it's all of their mindset, so that it bleeds through onto the players and becomes their mindset as well. We have some of the players that have that already, but not enough. We need to have the discipline so that everybody has that same thought process and they play for the man next to them and play for themselves.
That's the premise of all.
What it do, Team Mac? What's good, brother? What's good?
That will continue to be our calling card.
How do you think he handled last year in Chicago with all the stuff that went down?
Well, Chicago is a different situation. He was a head coach, so there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't privy to that he obviously had to deal with, that type of stuff.
And Chicago's just a different situation altogether, no matter what. Good luck to Ben Johnson, but Chicago's not an easy place to build a franchise like consistently. They'll have some good years here and there, but they've struggled a lot over the last years.
All I can say is the way he treated me was the right way. We had a great time on defense, exploring and trying to learn new things and trying to get guys better. So I anticipate that to continue on.
What do you think of the guys you have coming back in your secondary?
I think we can be very good. We're going to push and strive to be our very best, and we'll see how far that takes us.
When you talk about taking the ball away, you've had guys, Diggs, playing guys that have done it.
Yeah.
Is that a teachable skill, or is that something guys are kind of born
Well, I think there's, like I said, success leaves clues. You got to be in position, and the ball has to be on the forefront of your mind. There's different ways to take the ball away. You can intercept it, you can punch it, you can strip. I mean, there's all kinds of ways, but at the end of the day, the guy's got to get in position, and he has to have the thought on his mind to attack the football, and that's what we're going to try to help bring to the forefront.
Alright, so that video is over. Alright, guys, alright. I was picking a couple things up real quick. That one's all over. Alright, so we're gonna get into this DLS. The Cowboys free agents that they say should either stay or go. How long we been on here? An hour, 20 minutes? For 129 minutes? Alright, so we'll get into this and have a reaction of what free agents on the Cowboys they think should stay or should go.
Cowboys currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Take crack, man, man.
13,
I'm bad.
15, 16, 17, 20 right now that I have listed.
Did you have?
20?
The Cowboys have 20 free agents, and actually Jeff Kavanaugh is not on this. It's Clarence Hill, Jesse Hawley, and I still can't remember the other guy's
Martin on there.
name.
Who? Do you have Zach Martin on there? Because now he.
Yeah, 19. He's
Oh,
on
19.
Yeah. And Zach Martin is gone, and I'm pretty sure that Dixon's gone.
Well, that's why are you jumping on this weekend?
This is the difference between people who actually do shows, people who write about the stuff that happens that we talk about.
No,
Because they don't know how to set these things up.
I got
They
you.
get right to the and get. You know
Well, let's
what?
get right into it. You know,
Let's
I'm
get-
just talking about
let-
they're
You gotta have a little foreplay. You gotta have a little. We gotta warm them up. We gotta get the boots revved up to go.
there's 18 guys. I'm just saying that there's some legitimate conversation to be had.
Yes.
And that conversation are not like Zach Martin. But everybody says Zach Martin was going to be gone, so I never considered him a free agent.
Yeah, Zach Martin is not a free agent. He's retired.
That's all I'm saying.
Clarence Hill is
So
absolutely correct.
we're gonna play a little game here. Make sure you like and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, notification button, so you can be here each and every day. So we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna list the name. We're all gonna go.
And again, this is DLLS Sports. They do a bunch of sports breakdowns. They do have a DLLS Cowboys podcast, and that's what we're listening to now.
around the table.
So shout outs to
We're gonna
them.
decide whether the Cowboys should re-sign that
I
person.
do not own the
If they
rights
re-sign
to
him,
this
you get
content or the
entry into
previous
VIP
content,
of.
but you can find them at the links that I will try to put in the description below.
But if we decline that person, we say, "Nah, my boy,
They're not there
get
yet,
outta
but they
here."
will.
Then you get a little Mr. Ford.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and gone.
See you. All right, you guys play along with us as well in the chat. All right, we're gonna start up top. We wasted a 4th round pick on this dude. We gave away. We gave away. We gave away.
Trey
the 4th round.
Lance gonna be
Bingo.
their first guy.
Trey Lance.
What do y'all think with
Trey
Trey
Lance.
Lance? What up,
Lance.
Stardashian? You think we should keep Trey Lance, or do you think we should let him go?
He's your backup quarterback.
He is your backup
He's your
quarterback.
backup.
I think so
So
too.
you're
I
saying-
want him
you're
over
saying
Cooper
sign
Rush as backup,
Back Trey Lance.
Bring him back to be the backup quarterback.
but I don't say pay him $5 million.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, that was a whoa for me.
I-
Bring him back.
He needs to
Joe
take
Hoyt.
less than that.
I'm with Clarence on this one. I think we saw enough in that Week 18 performance, and I think that there's enough talent there to suggest more of a look and more of a work with Trey Lance. And honestly, Brian Schottenheimer knows him better than a lot of other people. Bring him back.
Man,
Let
I'm
him
going
go.
against the grain. I think
Well,
we
I
have seen
mean,
enough.
I'm just not for
of Trey
bringing
Lance.
Cooper
I
Rush
think
back.
What we know of Trey Lance, what we've seen of Trey Lance, that is a guy that if Dak Prescott, who, by the way, is getting a little bit older and is, I would say, I'm not
The
going to
only-
call him this yet, but I would say he's on.
All right, so the only concern that we really have with Trey Lance is that one preseason game where he threw 5 interceptions. But we got to understand this. He didn't have the majority of the starters out there either. So he didn't get to play with the players that he would be playing with had it be, Dak getting hurt. But I just think the running ability that he gives the Cowboys is what puts me in wanting him back over Cooper Rush. That's where I look at it. I feel like that we can dink and dunk with him for passing, but he opens up the run game. That's something that Cooper Rush couldn't do, and that kind of helps keeping defenses honest. So I feel like with his dual threat ability, he'll be a much better backup for Dak Prescott than Cooper Rush was. Now, Cooper Rush was able to win us some games, but he was really just a bus driver there too, with 1 or 2 deep shots. Now, give Cooper Rush running ability, and I think that that's different. If Cooper Rush was a much better runner, I think that I would pick him over Trey Lance. But the youth and the ability to run, I think, is where Trey Lance has the edge over Cooper Rush.
He's on the Mason-Dixon
But
list
they're both free
of
agents.
flirting
So-
with becoming an injury-prone quarterback. I'm not willing to call you that yet,
He's flirting.
You're flirting with
He's
it.
flirting.
You're. If there is around the rim about something around the rim about Dak being injury prone.
So we got 2-1.
I'm out. I'm out on Trey Lance.
Okay, who's gonna be your backup quarterback? He's in the club because that's part and parcel of the conversation. Yeah. But go on.
What up, Anthony Price? What it do? What it do?
Rush.
I don't think so. It's restructurable.
I know, but you can't.
It's restructurable. And Anthony, in 4 years, Dak's contract's going to look cheap. With the way the salary cap continues to rise, it even rose over expectations. They were expecting the salary cap to be up at about 270. It hit 281, 282. So that's extra money that teams didn't even allocate for. And it's going to be like that every year with these streaming deals that they're picking up. So, I mean, that cap number is going to be minuscule in a couple of years, and it's restructurable. So, and it's only 3 years. So we only got to deal with it for 3 years. The next 3 years. And it's HTTR, brother. Come on, get it right. If you're a Redskin fan, man, own that shit. Y'all Redskins. Y'all ain't no Commanders. You're the Redskins. And that is what it is. That's the name that they need to stay as. They should never have changed it to the football team or to the Commanders. They need to take it back, which I think they're in process of doing. But yeah, they're the Redskins. I grew up with that team being called the Redskins, and it was in remembrance and in dedication to those Indians, and they were proud of that. That tribe and that community are actually insulted that the team changed the name. In fact, they want the name changed back too. The name was changed for the wrong reasons. It wasn't impacting the people that it was designated for. It was impacting other people who, I mean, I don't even know who they are, but they should have just never changed it. The Washington Redskins is what they should forever be. For the sake of football, they should stay the Washington Redskins. I know they're getting the logos back, and I know that they're talking about getting the name back, but I just don't know 100%. But I know the logos are coming back.
Jesse, I'm with you. This is why you gotta let me set this stuff up. No, you're not with you. No, you looked at me. You looked at me. Yes,
You know what?
What?
Because you already got him off the team.
No, I'm with him in terms of the organization of the show.
Don't start calling.
I was not calling stuff out, but to me, part and parcel of the conversation with Trey Lance is who's going to be the backup
quarterback. Which is why you put him next.
Yeah. Man, come on.
Gooch.
Go.
What do you want to do with Cooper Rush?
Messi, I think some of it is trolling. I know he doesn't like Dak, but I know Texas is intelligent enough to know that if he has the right pieces around him, that he could easily get the job done. Other quarterbacks that were lesser have done it. You in that hockey. Carnage be jumping on him about hockey. I don't worry about sports. You watch a whole lot of sports. I'm gonna give it to you, Messi.
Listen,
what up, Jay Lynn? What it do? What it
do?
do? Shout outs to you.
Service. Thank you for how you held this team together without Dak Prescott. But it's time to, we know what you are. We know what you have. You're not going to be a future replacement for Dak. It's trying to find out about Trey Lance. So I'm going to let Cooper walk.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him with the fourth and gone. And honestly, because I think we know a lot about Cooper Rush, and to your point, I think he's been actually pretty darn good for the Cowboys in terms of just being a guy that could win games and kind of keep the ship steady, which is a whole goal of back of the quarterback. But I don't think he gives you any elevation.
Cooper gone.
That. I think Cooper Rush is a guy that, hey, say you had Trey Lance your backup, say he gets hurt, and you're like, shoot, we need someone just to come in and be on the practice squad just in case to add him.
Oh, I believe he could. I believe with the right pieces around him, he could get
That's
there.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But like I said, he needs.
I like you, bro.
But like I said, he needs to not be throwing the ball more than they need to put him in like a Jared Goff role. Run first, give him the passes that he needs, and open up for a once in a while long shot. But he doesn't need to be throwing the ball more than 25 times a game. Really, more than 20 times a game. That would be the sweet spot. And then we need to run the ball about 30, 40 times a game.
that you're an NFL starter, but I like what you've done for the Cowboys in your time that you've started. You always haven't been good, but you've held the fort
Yes,
together.
thank
You've
you,
been
Cooper
able to
Rush, for
stay
your
out as much as you
services.
possibly
Jesse
can.
Hawley is
Far
absolutely
better,
correct.
in my
Thank
opinion,
you,
than what Trey
Cooper
Lance
Rush,
would
but
have done.
sayonara, don't let the
I
door
wanna
hit you on the
keep
way
him.
out.
But these other two Guffs and Gooches,
I don't think that it would be because of Dak, though, Anthony. That's what you're missing. I'm not saying Dak's going to be the reason they go to a Super Bowl. I'm saying he, with the team around him, could get there. I don't think that if it was relied upon of Dak to get us there, I don't think that's the answer. But I think if you have the right pieces around him, a good run game, a good couple receivers, a good enough O-line to hold and protect for him, I think the pieces around him with a good defense could get us there. And you can only say someone can't do something until they do it. So, everybody can't do something, but once they did it, they could no longer be said that they can't. So, that narrative can always be changed by action.
they said you fought the game.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and gone.
Peace. Next up, running back Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle. Now, Rico Dowdle, in my mind, I think we keep him. I think he would be a good backup behind a Genty or Henderson from behind or from NC Tar Heels. No, I think he falls somewhere between 12 and 15, Messi.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
And that's not tough because of him. That's tough because I'm wondering what his market's going to be and whether or not the Cowboys will.
But Rico Dowdle definitely the pay is going to be what dictates him coming back. I think he needs to be less than like $6 million, and we can bring him back.
I on paper I want to bring him back. I still
too.
want to draft a running back. I
Me
think they have
too.
to draft a running back. I don't care if it's at 12 or second
I'm 100% with Clarence Hill in that settlement.
round or whatever else. They need to draft a running back. But you need running backs on this roster, and I don't.
Yeah, and there's many more, Messi. There's many others.
I don't think he's gonna have a big market. So I'm all for bringing Rico back and continue what you saw this year.
Yeah, give him the VIP access to Club Pop Up. I think Rico Dowdle, when he's healthy, which he was last year, is a really, really good runner.
I think so too.
I'm higher on him than most.
Really good.
I think he's a really,
I am too. I agree with those settlements as well.
really good running back. He's a 4.7 yard per carry guy when he's healthy, and the offensive line is halfway decent. Look, literally, you took Zach Martin out, who, again, salute to an amazing career, but was playing so hurt this year that he got a 0 rating in a PFF grade.
That was crazy when Zach Martin got a 0 rating in a PFF game. Like, that's absolutely not like Zach Martin.
The first time I've ever seen that in a game. You put even Brock Hoffman in there, who I think is decent, and next thing you know, Rico Dowdle was running 4.7 yards per carry. I think he's good.
I agree. Not that he's really, really, really good, but I agree.
The Cowboys. I like.
I think you had too many reallys.
I'm bigger than most.
I think you had too
many.
I'm a
reallys.
bigger fan than most of them.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he's really, 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 really good either. I think he's good. I think he could be really good.
Barkley,
As an RB2.
Okay.
As an RB2.
He's
But
really
I do
great.
believe the Cowboys should sign.
All right, well,
Rico
we'll be getting
Dowdle.
off here in a little bit. We're just after we react to this video.
Next on the list, I'll start with you, Joe. I'll start with you. Let's start with you, Pop Up. Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks is
I love
gone.
Brandon. I love Brandon.
Bye-bye, Brandon.
It's time to move on. I do think he lost. his
Fourth
step.
and
I do
gone
think,
for
you know,
Brandon
he
Cooks.
separated you,
Peace out.
And certainly in the way
We
they
have
ran the offense
Turpin.
last
We have Turpin. I didn't want Cooks to begin with. He's had a couple good seasons, or a couple decent seasons. But Brandon, appreciate your effort. Sayonara, brother. I think that Turpin could do everything that you did and more. I think Turpin's faster. I think Turpin's younger. He stayed healthy. Brandon didn't. I think that he is very capable of doing everything that Brandon Cooks did. It's more about him getting everything mentally up to par.
Yeah, all those damn stop routes and comeback routes. This is not suitable. I know Brandon.
No, that just means that even a backup can go in and win a Super Bowl. And it doesn't even have to be a starter.
Wants to still play. He's working out to continue to play, and he'd love to be back. But I think the Cowboys are. It's time to move on.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks will have a place on the NFL roster next year and have a role. It's just not with the Cowboys.
I agree. Steve Ernie.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and
Gone.
Offensive tackle, Chuma Edoga. Keep him. Welcome to the VIP. See you later.
Chuma Edoga should be very cheap. He was hurt most of the year last year. He was supposed to be our starting left tackle when Tyler Guyton was supposed to be in behind him. He got hurt in training camp. Tyler Guyton took the starting role. Kind of never gave it back until he got hurt. But Tyler Guyton struggled. This offensive line still has a lot of questions, but I don't know if it's worthy enough to still bring back Chuma Edoga. Let's see what they say.
Hey, brother.
Depends on the money. I mean, you need options there. I mean, we still don't know what you have in Tyler Guyton. Are you going to sign someone else in free agency? You know, your guy out of Baltimore. You're going to really up? Are you going to upgrade the position between Austin Richards, Chuma, and Tyler Guyton? You know, you got to have some bodies there. So, you know, when I talk about the Cowboys free agency, they need to replenish the roster. They need to bring bodies back. So bring him back.
Facts, Messi. Those are 3 quarterbacks when there's 30, 3 to 4 quarterbacks when there's 32 teams, Not every team's going to have a great or starting quality even quarterback. Some teams don't even have a starting quality quarterback.
I'm not giving him a job, but I'm going to bring him back.
Yeah, I think it's funny, and it better be funny because Chuma Edoga was looked at as a guy that, hey, he could step in for you, and whenever you had guys with injuries, and he's a healthy option. But Chuma was hurt a lot too, and dealt with injuries a lot, even mid-game a lot. I don't think it's very reliable. Poor thing though.
That was my settlement with the injury with Chuma Edoga.
See you, Chuma.
Damn.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and
Chuma, I had you back.
Yeah. Let's go to the defense side of the ball.
2 of them wanted to bring him back. 1 of them wanted him gone. I think that one could fall either way, but the injuries could clip him out.
Chauncey Golston. VIP called pop out?
I'm bringing him back. I didn't.
That's what I'm saying, Carnage. Why does everyone want to praise somebody with 1 season? I've seen many rookie quarterbacks come in and have good seasons. Maybe not quite to that level of good, but and then fall off. Like, see you later the next season. Like, it's crazy.
Then they talk about
give these young guys a couple years to learn the system.
Bring Chauncey back.
Ost is too expensive.
Black
I think you want
Heart.
a cheaper alternative with Chauncey and bring a couple
Blue
guys.
blood,
on top of
Black
that.
Heart.
Bring him back.
Okay, I keep.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
They play.
I'm aware, but they have no one on the defensive line.
Okay, but they play different position.
Come on into the VIP, my boy.
He also,
I missed who they were even talking about there. I need to go back in.
I'm bringing him back. Then they talk about bring Chauncey back.
Ost is
Chauncey
too expensive.
Golston?
I think
Yeah,
we need a
Chauncey
cheaper
Golston
alternative
kinda needs
with
to come
Chauncey
back.
and bring a couple guys on top of that.
He's gonna be
I
cheap.
keep.
We gotta
play
move
different
on.
positions.
We gotta move on.
They play.
I'm aware, but they have no one on the defensive line.
Okay, but they play different position.
Come on into the VIP, my boy.
He also likes mayo and hot dogs, so that a boy.
Now, take him out of the VIP.
Yeah, mayo and hot dogs gotta go. Sorry.
Yeah, he generally mentioned.
You go stand by the bar and get single drinks, my boy. Little bottle service for you. So we're all saying that DeMarcus Lawrence gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do anything about DeMarcus. Carl Lawson.
And now they're all saying DeMarcus Lawrence is gone. He very well could be. He may retire. He may go the Zach Martin route of things I'm hearing. But I'm not opposed to bringing him back personally. It just have to be cheap. It would have to be cheap. Otherwise, yeah, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, bring him back. Wants to be back, bring him back. I think that that's a guy they have no
loss. Service for you. So we're all saying that DeMarcus Lawrence gone.
Yeah,
He's gone.
All right,
So we don't have to do anything about DeMarcus. Carl Lawson.
Carl Lawson.
Oh, yeah, bring him back. Wants to be back, bring him back. I think that that's a guy they have no bodies. That's a guy you can get on the no bodies. That's a guy you can get.
Carl Lawson. What's he coming? What's the price?
Get on the cheap, who's a rotational edge rusher. A guy
Can we
that has
upgrade that
power
position
part of
in
his
the
game.
free
I think bring him back.
agency?
Let Carl go.
Why?
Go get some young guys. You got some young guys. I mean, why bring? I mean,
Oh, how many
he,
young
he
guys?
was a Zimmer guy.
How many young
He
guys you
came
got?
in with those guys. I think you can. If you need to bring him back, you can sign him right before training.
I think for the right price, bring old Carl Lawson back. I like his energy.
So they're saying bring Carl Lawson back.
Linval Joseph.
We don't have to have a discussion.
Yeah, you know, I'll believe.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and gone.
This
We
is
don't have
the,
any bodies at the position.
this is the biggest question in this offseason. Osa Odighi Zua. Will you
Osa's
bring him
hard.
back for the price that it's going to cost?
No,
you?
and that's the key thing. No, it's too expensive. I think you need to get that multiple guys on this defensive line, and I think you got to use that money more efficiently. No, gone.
I'm gonna do Osa like that.
I'm going to do Osa like that. I also, to be honest with you, I don't think Osa is the game changer that $24 million should go for.
He's the Brandon Carr. What you're saying? He's just the best guy. He's gonna be like Brandon Carr.
Yeah, I don't.
Pay a guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's worth $24 million
pay a guy a lot
at
of money,
all.
Really don't worth that money.
I don't
I
think
think
he's
on a
worth
good
$24
team that's
million.
that close to winning it, who just needs one more defensive line piece, I think he's worth it.
I just think you got to invest in the position. You know, whether it's Osa or whether it's Milton Williams. I mean, drafting the guy, signing the guy is not going to get the success you want, especially with this defense. We're talking about attacking the quarterback. So bring me Osa back.
Yeah, too rich for my blood, my boy. You gotta go.
Gotta call you Mr.
I
Ford
would also.
and gone.
All right, let's move.
We ain't got
quickly.
no bodies at the position.
Let's move quickly.
24
Carlos
million.
Watkins, Club VIP, Club Pop Up, or fourth and gone.
Stop it.
See you, my boy.
I like you, Carlos.
Gotta call you
I like
Mr.
you, Carlos.
Ford and
You
gone.
know,
His boy
He's
is
just a
gone.
guy.
Is a new defensive coordinator in town, Eric Kendricks. Club Pop Up.
He gone.
or fourth and
Club
gone?
pop
Fourth and
pop.
See you.
Gotta call you Mr.
Tough
Ford
one, though.
and gone.
Nick Vigil.
Yeah, he's go follow or yeah, I think he's.
He's Eric Kendricks. He's Zimmer guy.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and gone.
Jordan Lewis.
I'm bringing
Jordan
Jordan
Lewis
back.
needs to come back. Jordan
Everybody
Lewis,
in the
you're
back.
back, boy.
Come on, take all back.
It's the VIPs. Amongst the VIPs. Ayo, Amari Owarrior.
I'm just gonna.
Ayo.
We
See ya,
need
brother.
bodies at the
See ya,
position.
brother.
Gotta call you Mr. Ford and gone.
Trent Sieg.
Oh, bring him back. Franchise tag.
Stop it.
Franchise tag.
We're gonna bring him back, but let's
Franchise
Franchise
too much
tag
difference.
Trent Sieg. Are you serious?
Franchise.
That would
Too
be
much
crazy.
difference. Too much difference.
And last but not least, the punter, Brian Anger.
Yeah, bring Brian back. For
I
sure.
agree.
My only question is who's Nashville's punter? Who's Tennessee's
Think he's
punter?
going
Not
out there,
Nashville.
going out there with his boy, Tennessee?
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans?
Jordan is the club.
Jordan is the club. All right, so that was our segment of Club Pop Pop or Mr. We have to bring this back again. Maybe that might be a staple in our
Yeah,
No, I
sure.
love it. Yeah.
As a-
our future show that we can do.
All right, so that's that show on them bringing back or not bringing back the free agencies. Y'all wild. Y'all be wild. Y'all stay wild. Hey man, it's been a night, guys. I'm gonna hop off here. We gonna smash that X button. Y'all have a blessed night. Stay great. Make tomorrow great on purpose and treat everybody right. Even Nemo, even Noah and Carnage, treat everybody right. Come on now. Y'all know how to act. I'm just messing. Peace out. Roll Rolls. We gone.